Dudes behind the foods. Yo, it's the dudes behind the foods. Dudes behind the foods. Yeah, it's the dude behind the foods.
That's actually really fucking good.
David, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, we're going to do a meditation. Okay? David So, close your eyes. Close your eyes, David So. I can't tell if they're open or closed. David
Yeah,
So.
right. I already hate this exercise. I think it's stupid.
Okay? Okay, what we're going to do is we're gonna inhale. Inhale, think about all the things that have been stressing you out. Just, okay, let the exhale, let them go with every exhale. Just let that negativity just go out, back into the universe, out of your system. All right, now just think about all the annoying things that your wife does. I'll think about the annoying things my wife does. Inhale, and then exhale it out. Just send them back to her. Send the negativity back to our women because they deserve the negativity, not us. Okay?
Stupid idiot.
Stupid idiot, stupid idiot. Okay, think about all the things you want to say to your wife, all the names you want to call her. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Now say them out loud. Exhale.
You're so fucking annoying.
You're
Just be
so
quiet.
fucking annoying. You're so fucking annoying. I'm sorry. Hey, look, I sometimes I forget to flush my poops. Deal with it.
I did that the other day. I got in trouble.
Okay, it happens. All right. Now you're gonna imagine all that negativity just flowing out of your system into your hands, into your fingertips, outside of your fingertips. Okay, imagine all that negativity swirling around in a little ball between your hands, a little ball of energy, a little fireball in your hands, swirling around all the negativity, all the things that have been pissing you off, stressing you out. Okay, you're gonna flex your arms real hard like you're charging up that fireball. And then on 3, we're going to shoot that fireball out into the universe. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah.
Wow.
Open your eyes.
Dude, Shang-Chi was a good movie. Dude.
You feel good now?
Shang-Chi was amazing.
Yeah, dude.
Dude.
I've been trying to tell you.
Dude. It's Simu Liu, not Simu Liu.
I've been trying to tell you that for so long.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Wow. He's a really good actor.
Yeah.
He doesn't complain all the time.
I'm telling you.
He's not a Reddit incel.
If you would just let go and listen to me.
That's right. He didn't make fun of the guy on the Jumbotron that was Asian.
You know? I don't pay attention to next chart articles, so I don't know what you're talking about. So,
Wow.
welcome back.
Fung Bros can rap.
I told you that too.
That's right.
You know?
Yes.
So-
10 types of Asian guys is genius.
Look, man, groundbreaking early YouTube content. It's
great.
the YouTube content back
I
then,
love it.
you know?
It's amazing.
Are you ready to let the love in?
Let's let it all in. They don't steal content from BuzzFeed. Oh, okay.
I'm not even familiar with what that is that you're referencing, okay?
Yeah, we don't know what BuzzFeed is.
No.
That's right. Wow. I feel good, man.
Good.
That's crazy. That's a really good exercise.
I'm glad.
Now you do my exercise.
Okay.
Take all the negativity and
okay.
store it inside your body and let it fuel the rage and create funny content.
Oh, wow. So this dude came up to me the other day. I took his cell phone, smashed it into his nose, dude. Fucking took my pen out of my pocket, stabbed him through the cheek. And I looked at him, I said, you listen to me. I will fucking kill you. Okay.
I've never said that.
Oh, this is me.
This is your negativity.
Yeah,
You're-
yeah.
I think you have rage, dude. Oh my God. My word. Blessings, everybody. From now on, when we do the podcast, we are going to start with meditation because I've turned a new leaf.
Mm-hmm.
I am now Sadguru is what they call me.
What?
Sadguru.
Sod guru?
Yes.
Like with the sod like dirt?
Like SAAD.
Oh, sod.
Yes, Saad Guru.
What's that?
Do you know who he is?
No.
He's the, I think he's Indian. He is of Indian area.
Mm-hmm.
Long beard. He's like a philosopher. Sadguru.
Oh, that's his name.
Yeah, Sadguru.
Oh. No.
Shit.
Not familiar.
Robyn, can you look that up, please? SAAD Guru, Sadhguru.
Sure, one sec.
I
Yeah.
thought you were just saying you're a sad guy.
no. Sadhguru is his name. You don't know about Sadhguru?
No, dog. How many times did I fucking tell you? I don't know who Sadhguru is.
Dude, I think my meditation worked.
So there's Sadhguru, that's SADHGURU.
Yes, that's what it is.
Oh, SADH. Okay.
Yeah.
What does he do?
I think he's a guru. And
He established a foundation that centers around ashram and yoga and carries out educational and spiritual activities.
He is very, very famous. He was on the Joe Rogan show.
Okay.
He has spoken to hundreds of millions of people, and he heals people from within.
You ever do yoga?
I did, and I did it for a girl. It was Bikram yoga, now known as hot yoga, because Bikram did terrible things to women.
Ah, interesting.
Yes, so I did for a girl, and I never spoke to her again after. I went on a date with her, and she loved. You know, like when you're younger, it's like, what? You like that? Oh, I'm down.
Yeah.
I wasn't down, dude. And by the way, I actually didn't know what Bikram yoga was.
Oh, so you didn't know you're gonna be like sweating and steaming in there?
Yes, and then we were supposed to meet up because remember, first couple of dates didn't pick her up. We meet at spots.
Yeah.
It's a safe move, lady.
Yeah.
Right. We go there. I show up 5 minutes late because it's traffic. I apologize. She goes, "Don't worry, I'm already here." I go in. Guess what? When you show up to hot yoga a little late, you kind of get enveloped in this stench that you didn't expect, right?
Yeah.
If you're in there at the beginning,
Yeah.
you don't know because
Yeah.
everybody starts together.
Yeah.
The worst thing that could have happened to me. I'm there, and by the way, I likes to laugh. You know, we make jokes, but I'm a very jovial, happy dude.
Yeah.
Somebody farted,
Oh.
and I busted up laughing.
No one else laughed?
Nobody did it but me.
Lame.
And I couldn't control my laughter because it wasn't a regular fart.
Yeah.
It was one of the ones that you could tell whoever farted was trying to hold it in. And so it just went. One of those. So I fucking couldn't stop laughing. I would say, I'm probably exaggerating, but maybe at least 5 minutes of me just holding in my laughter, right? And then throughout the whole thing, I just kept having like random giggles because I couldn't stop thinking about it. And you could tell like the instructor was a little irritated at me
Yeah.
because it's supposed to be like this peaceful, meditative thing. But it's hot as shit too. I'm sweating my life out. And then that fart kind of fucked it all up for
That's
me.
a great fart.
And then we never spoke to because I think she thought I was really immature.
Lame.
Which you're fucking lame. It's a fart, dude.
Look, if Chia was somebody who could not laugh at farts, I swear, I promise to Jesus and God and Buddha and Beyonce right now, we would not be married.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it would be the worst.
Yeah.
Farting is funny. When I was in 4th grade, Miss Gilkinson got mad at me because this kid farted up a storm in class and I couldn't stop laughing. And she took me outside and she said, "David, when you grow up and you mature, you'll find out that farting is not that funny." And she lied. It became 10 times funnier.
Why does everybody want to be mature?
I don't understand why I can't laugh at farting.
Dog, when I was in 3rd grade, Miss Manley's class, somebody was like, we could smell a fart kind of just like floating its way through the classroom, right? Everyone's like, who farted? Ew, who farted? And look, I knew it was Miss Manley because the fart had a combo of fart and her scent. Like I could just tell it was her, right? So after everyone being like, who farted? Who farted? Miss Manley, I look at her, she's there and she goes, excuse me. And then we were like, what? Miss Manley farted? We started dying, the whole class, dog, fucking cracking up, screaming, why? The teacher farted!
That must have been the greatest moment of your life, dude. That is so fucking funny.
It's pretty awesome.
There was a dude in high school. This dude's name was Keith. That's not a fart story.
Okay.
But there was a teacher that we had who was an English teacher.
Keith Lee, I have the fart. I'm going to rate it. I'm going to rate it 1 through 10.
Well, so ends up, he gets into an argument with the teacher. And he's not really there to learn, right? And he was what we used to classically call a wigger back in the day, right? He was always the classic one dude that kicked it with a group of black dudes, cornrows, all this other stuff, right?
A white.
A white. He was a white. And he's, being disruptive in class, starting his shit. And we're all kind of just like, dog, let's just get over. Like, you're just ruining the shit. Like, nobody really here is to learn, but you're fucking up the vibes.
But relax. Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah.
And so he starts fucking with the teacher and whatever one night. She gets sick of it. She's like, Keith, shut the fuck up and get out of my classroom.
Oh, shit.
She had it, dude.
Yeah.
But when she just turned around because she was pissed, and he was like, fuck you. And he walked outside, but then his pants fell down to his ankles.
That's so funny.
And I was the only one who saw it.
Okay.
Right? Because it fell down to his ankles. Everybody was working.
Yeah.
I'm not really working.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I was one of the only ones who caught it. It was me and this other dude named John.
Yeah.
So but John's controlling his laughter. Me, tears.
Yeah.
Crying. And then she looks at me and she goes, you too, David, step outside right now.
Dang.
And Keith just walks off and he leaves the class because he's embarrassed as shit because his pants fell to his ankles.
Yeah.
And only 2 people caught it. So I come out, she comes out and she looks and she goes, I'm really disappointed in you, but I can't, I'm still laughing.
Wow.
And then she goes, what is so funny? And I was like, just laughing at him. Like his fucking pants fell down to his ankles.
Yeah.
She started busting up laughing too
Wow.
with me. And then we were outside laughing for I don't know how long. But then I think she just needed that.
That's
So
great.
for her, and that's when we connected. And she was so nice to me for the rest of the year because we just had this moment of friendship.
Because of a fart.
Because of a stupid pants falling down.
Dog, there's this trend. Oh, the pants, right? There's this trend on TikTok. I don't know if it became a trend or this is just I saw like a compilation video. But it's mainly guys. I think it's all guys in their classrooms, like high school kids. And it's like the challenge is like trying to cover up my fart with a cough. And they're like in detention. Did I
That
send it
is
to
so
you?
funny. No. You sent me a different one.
Oh,
though.
I did. So for this one, they're like in class and they're trying to cover up their farts with coughs, but it's literally this every time. And then everyone in the class just starts dying.
Dude, my favorite one is this dude. He does it on his channel where he'll fart in an elevator, but he tries to cover it up with the cough.
That's so funny.
And he'll go, and then this one person just goes, are you fucking serious? And then the video ends.
Dog, the worst shit like that I've seen of like people pranking, like fart pranking people. Now this dude wasn't really farting, but he had like a little sound machine or whatever. He would go up to people with dogs and like he would pet their little dog. He'd be like, oh my God, this is such a cute dog. Turn around to it, fart on the dog and leave. And then people were like, yo, what's wrong with you, dude?
That's another guy. These guys are the best creators of all time, by the way. We'll never reach their heights. This guy goes up to women, and he's like a larger guy, a little greasy looking, but he's a comedian. Comes up to, always goes up to girls and asks them out on a date. He goes, I think you're really pretty. Would you like to go out with me? And they go, no, thank you. He goes, oh. And he walks away, and he farts on the girl.
That's so good.
It's the reactions because nobody expects this, so they don't know how to deal with it. One girl's just like, oh my God.
That's so good.
Oh, I
love it.
I wish I had the courage to do something like that. And I absolutely do not. I'm not brave enough, dude.
So the other thing I sent David, y'all might have seen this if you're on TikTok. It's all it's Guess My Fart. Guess My Fart where, you know, like the friend or the husband will be like, hey, babe, guess my fart. And she goes, and then the guy will fart and sometimes it's like the exact same sound and they're like, oh, shit. And it's like so fun. I want to play that with my wife.
Dude, if I did, Mariel hates it. She doesn't like burping. She doesn't like farting. She's like none of that shit. dude.
Really?
Even though she be farting all the time.
Ah, okay. At least she farts.
Oh, she farts in front of me all the time, sometimes relentlessly.
Well, that's beautiful.
Hey, chill, dude. A little too much, huh?
No.
One time we had a conversation where I don't mind when, you know, my lady farts in front of me.
Yeah.
But it was a little excessive. And I told her, I was like, hey, you know, I still eventually want to have sex with you. So can you just maybe just reduce it by half? You know?
Just cut it down a little bit.
Yeah, I think like 10 in a day is too much. Let's get it down to about 5.
I have a joke written, like it's literally just I have a notepad of just jokes that can only exist if I write like a movie or a show or something like that, right? So this joke, I also have a list of shit like sexual scenario, funny shit that I want to put in a rom-com after I write the movie for you and me. But there's this one specifically.
Don't you even start another fucking movie.
I'm not. These are just ideas on the side. And
I want to be in one more movie before I die.
You will. So I have a scene in this movie where this guy's like looking at his girl, like she's in a towel. And he's like, God damn, she looks so good. And he's like, damn, like he's just looking at her butt. And then she farts, like disgusting, like wet fart. And he's like, oh, he gets pissed. She's like, what? He's like, I was gonna eat that. You ruined it.
Hey, no more writing jokes for other movies. All right. Only finish this one, dude.
I know. I'm making strides, my guy.
How many pages?
Like, I'm at like 25 now.
Oh, you're in the double digits.
Yeah. And I'm, you know what's funny? Not to like talk about it too much because I don't want to jinx myself. But because I'm specifically following the steps to write a movie that will get sold. You know what I'm saying? Like I read like Save the Cat, all that shit. Like I'm going on the formula of this is how a movie goes. You know what I'm saying? Almost to the point where like, you watch enough movies, you know what's gonna happen. You know, like, oh yeah, this guy's totally gonna get powers at some point, or this guy's gonna realize, oh, he didn't need that special thing. He had it all along. Shit like that, right? But when you really begin to pay attention to that shit, you really notice how similar all movies are, you know?
Yeah.
Where I will watch it, like, especially Disney movies, even though they're all so great, they all kind of follow a very specific pattern of shit, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, I was watching My Little Pony this morning on Netflix with Veda. Great movie, by the way. The music is popping, dog. My Little Pony movie.
Is it brand new?
Yeah, it's newish.
Oh.
The music's great. But there's one part where, they think this is gonna be the shit they've been looking for, and then it fucks up, and I'm like, and Chia was like, why are you in such a deep thought right now, right? She's like, watching My Little Pony. I was like, babe, well, I just noticed like, there's this one part in when you're writing a script where it's like, shit's supposed to be good and then everything fucks up before it gets good again, and I just noticed it happening. And I'm like, so now as I watch movies, I'm constantly, in my head, making sure I have those moments in my movie, which I will. Here's the goal. Here's the new goal, guys. Y'all, so since the last episode dropped and I said that my goal was November 16th, 17th, yesterday, I've bumped it up. If you guys watched the episode that dropped last week, the new deadline is November 30th, all right? So stay on my head about it. I appreciate it. The comments have been very helpful, and I'm grateful.
I'm never going to be in another movie.
Yes, you will.
Because I'm not even auditioning until you finish this one.
Please.
This is the one that I want to be in, and there's no other movie.
Stop it.
Yeah, I stopped auditioning. I don't even care anymore, man.
Well,
I'm waiting for this one.
auditions just kicked up again. The strike just ended, so you're lying. So.
Well, auditions don't really start until next year, around like January, February, March, April.
Yeah, I know. Everything fucking shuts down so early.
I know. It's like, the strike's over. It's like, hey, no auditions for 2 months, guys. You still got to be poor for another 2 months.
Yeah, guys, the strike's over. My agent's in Hawaii for 2 months.
100% sure they did that. And they agreed to the terms specifically for this. They're like, if you're going to want these new terms, we're going to fuck you still. 2 more months till anything comes out anyways.
Yeah, haha, y'all still broke.
Yep.
All right, well, we're going to go to the casting couch and suck some director dicks, and we'll be right back. Yo, this episode is also brought to you by GoodieBrand.com. We're having a huge Black Friday sale that started November 17th all the way to November 30th. Make sure y'all go on the website, get you some shit. We got all types of things, old things, brand new things, a whole new drop just dropped, and it's on sale with a bunch of other shit. Go, GoodieBrand.com. And if you love me, you'll go support.
All right, I have a question for you guys about farting.
Ah, yes, Robyn Couch.
Okay, so I have heard online that people are saying that you either grew up in a fart proud household or a fart shaming household, and each of those people usually ends up in a couple. So you guys seem like you came from a fart proud household, maybe?
Yes, definitely, most definitely.
And it sounds like you ended up with women who grew up in a fart shaming household.
Well, I'll go first, David, so. I come from a very fart proud household to the point where I tell you this, and people trip out when I tell them this. My mom, every time she had to fart, she would do this: load up a little pistol and go,
No way.
and shoot it at me.
Get the fuck out.
Every time, literally every time my mom had to fart, she'd have her little gun.
That's so funny.
shoot the fart at me, and we would crack up.
My mom, when she would fart, trees would fall over and die.
It was like terrible.
Horrendous. This
Yeesh.
woman is the prime example of somebody who does something that they know is not good for them. There are people who are lactose intolerant that is so extreme, the moment you drink milk, it fucks your shit up.
Yeah.
That is my mom. And guess what she does every morning?
Takes a big old shit.
Takes a big old glass of milk.
Ah.
And I would get so mad.
Really?
And then I went like, why do you do this? She goes, I must have ate something wrong. I'm like, you're lactose intolerant. Hey, let me tell you this funny ass story, man. So one time we were in the store.
Yeah.
And there was a lady who came in. It was with her mom and then her daughter, right? So 3 generations, grandma, mom, and daughter. So I'm at the cash register and then I see my mom just run to me towards the other area of the store and she's giggling so hard. And I go, what are you laughing at? And then she goes, I farted. And it smells so bad. So, but she farted in the area that she was helping out the customers. And I look at the customers and then the grandma goes, baby, you fart? And she looks at her daughter. And then the mom, she goes, no. Then she looks at her daughter and she goes, it wasn't me. And then she's like, yo, who the fuck farted? And they start getting into an argument. They're like, yo, somebody's lying. Somebody fucking farted because my mom already ditched out.
That's great.
So it had to be one of them. And they just kept arguing back and forth about who farted. My mom sabotaged them.
Brett, before we answer your Robyn question, there was one time I went to my cousin Malini's graduation at Arizona State University. And I was with my other cousin David and his wife Karen, and they had a baby. And yo, my farts were crazy that day. Oh, no. Like crazy, dog. I was probably like, I don't know, 14. And my farts were disgusting to the point where but I kept farting. And so Karen and David were like, did the baby poop? Check his diaper. They kept checking the fucking baby's diaper because my farts were so bad, dog. And I'm with them all day. They have no idea where this fucking fart smell comes from.
So funny. My mom did the same thing where a lady was holding a baby in one of those carriage things. Yeah. And they're like, oh, the baby must have boo-booed in their diaper. But it was just my mom's fart. Wow. She just keeps fucking people up. So ever since then, I got this woman lactate milk. Yeah. And then she's like, oh, I guess I am lactose. I'm like, dog.
And then she got sad. She's like, where are my beautiful farts?
I miss my farts.
What is fart in Korean?
Pangu.
Pangu. That sounds cool.
Yeah, pangu 꼈어? That means did you just fart?
Oh, pangu 꼈어?
Yeah.
Oh, pangu 꼈어?
Yeah, so you just come up to agreement. Yeah. 너 방구 꼈어?
아니야, 안녕하세요. 방구 꼈어?
That'd be so fucking funny. If you do that at a Korean restaurant, you say, 저기요. 방구 꼈어?
저기요. 방구 꼈어?
Excuse me. Did you just fart?
Cause you just blew me away, girl.
Cause you just blew me the fuck away, baby.
In Thai, it's a little funnier, not as cool sounding as that. Fart is a tot.
That's the best. That's hella cute. Tot. Hey, can I tell you something? I thought it.
Oh, yeah, no, I used to say that when I was a little kid. Like, Dad, I thought it.
That's tight. Oh, I'm using that. It's way better than 방구.
And let's see. I just farted is puntot.
Dude, the Thai language is funny, dude.
It is.
It's fun.
It is
It's
fun.
really fun. Puntot.
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 But yes, no, so Chia, I wouldn't say she comes from a fart shaming. Was that the other option?
Yeah.
Yeah, fart proud or fart shaming family.
I wouldn't say she gets fart shamed because she's a farter as well. But and her dad, once he got comfortable around me, started letting him go. You know, when he'd come for visits and shit. Her mom, I don't think her mom is a farter. Not that she has ever told me about that, but yeah, I think she kind of was in the middle. Like, it wasn't shame, and it wasn't like we about to just let these farts go crazy. It was like, yo, if it happens, it's funny, you know?
That is, you know what? I think if Chia farted in front of me, I think I would die laughing. because it would be so unbecoming of her in the funniest way possible.
I know.
And I would probably love her even more.
I think you guys will get there eventually. We just all got to go on a trip.
That shit I would cry laughing, dude.
I think the funniest time that she has ever farted in front of me, and it was on purpose one. It's so fucking funny, dog. At my old condo, she knew she was gonna fart, so she goes, so baby, it's cold, out, side. And then we both started dying.
Dude, farting is the best, man. Whoever told me that it wasn't going to be funny when I'm older, you're completely wrong. It actually gets funnier. There's so much nuance to it.
Teachers are just dumb sometimes. Dog.
They just want to ruin your fun, man.
They do, bro.
Except for the hot ones, dude.
Yeah.
I've had definitely a few crushes on some teachers back in the day. Oh, Robyn and I were just talking about this earlier, and I wanted to ask you this question. Have you ever witnessed somebody, because I bring this up because you sent me I sent you the hot air balloon proposal thing.
Yeah.
And it was just really hard to watch.
Yeah, very hard to watch. Yeah.
Have you ever seen something like that in person where somebody asks somebody out or proposes to them and it gets shut down in person?
Have I seen that? Have I witnessed that? I'm sure I've witnessed something awkward in that realm.
I'll tell you this. So
Please tell me.
This is not my experience, but Mariel has a friend who told me the story where she doesn't like PDA or public affection.
Mariel?
So, no, not Mariel.
The friend?
Her friend.
Okay.
Not so much like holding hands, kissing, and hugging, but when somebody makes a spectacle of like Valentine's Day and all this other stuff, she hates it. She doesn't like being on the spotlight.
Yeah.
So in high school, there's a guy that liked her, and they were friends. Then he should know this because they're friends.
Yeah.
Decides, like in the common area, the lunchroom, there's like a stage. He gets a guitar, writes a song for her, and then performs it in front of the whole high school and asks her out.
Oh my, she hated it.
And she said no in public. That is one of the worst feelings that you could ever feel in your fucking life. And I'm so curious to see who else has experienced something like that. Because even hearing that story, my heart shattered into a million pieces. This is high school too, by the way, when you're sensitive as fuck.
And when everyone's fucking mean as shit.
Yeah, and I asked her, I was like, well, he was at least a good singer, right? She goes, no, he is tone deaf. How does that happen, dude? How? How are you tone deaf and nobody told you? And they just let you go up there?
There's a lot of people that no one tells them that they're tone deaf.
Well, I know you send me those videos.
I love it.
It's the worst.
There's speaking of high school proposals, have you seen the Spider-Man one?
No.
You know how promposals are such a huge deal now, right? For these fucking kids,
Yes.
right? They go all out. More than I feel like even fucking wedding proposals, right?
Oh, yeah, because social media, they want to show it to everybody.
So there's one, dog. Everyone's kind of looking at the top of one of the classroom buildings, and this kid in a Spider-Man costume, he jumps over, eats shit, lands right on his tailbone, dog, and you see him land. He kind of limps up. You can tell he's hurt, but he's trying to play it off. Takes off his mask. Someone walks up with a sign. He's asking this girl to prom, and I'm sure she said yes, but he's in pain, dog. You can see
He
it.
probably can't go to prom because he broke his tailbone.
Did you go to prom?
I went to my senior ball.
Okay.
And then I didn't go to junior prom because I didn't have good enough grades. And then my dad didn't let me go. He punished me. And I felt really bad. Shout out to my friend, Sammy.
Okay.
I asked Sammy out to go to prom with me, and she said yes. And I was super excited because Sammy was super cute, super fun, right? Wasn't attracted to her.
Yeah.
But then Sammy was also tall, and I'm tall. So I was like, oh, I get to go with the tall girl.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. We're still really good friends to this day.
Okay.
She still holds it against me. So I told her a couple of weeks before, I was like, hey, I can't go because my parents won't let me because I got really bad grades.
2 weeks before?
Yeah, but I had a replacement for her.
Oh, okay.
I was like, hey, our mutual friend, Corey, he doesn't have a date either right now, so he's down to go with you. Is that cool? She's like, all right, cool, because now she has somebody to go because it wasn't romantic. We're friends. Then motherfucker Corey don't dance. He doesn't want to dance.
Lame.
And so she didn't get to really dance at prom. And so afterwards, I was like, hey, how was it? She goes, I'm so fucking mad at you. I was like, he didn't dance with me at all. So I just didn't really dance with anybody because everybody had dates. Till this day, we were at a wedding and we were hanging out, having a good time. She's engaged. I'm married. And I'm like, hey, she was like, you know what? I'm still mad about you about that shit in prom. I'm like, can't believe you're still holding that against me. She goes, it was one of the worst experiences ever. But we're joking and stuff. But
And did you offer her a dance?
No, she has a fiance now.
And he doesn't dance either. Wow.
He does dance. I believe he is of Latin descent.
And they're all dancers.
Yeah, he's all in the hips.
When I was going to prom, when I was working at Foot Locker, there was the prettiest girl I went to high school with. Her name was Bianca. Body. Long, dark hair, Latina, beautiful. Bianca Garcia.
Thin ass eyebrows.
Probably. You know, and I missed that too. I missed that chola aesthetic, dog. I loved it, bro. In high school.
I never liked it.
Bro.
You love that crunchy hair, huh?
I put on my story the other day. Did you see? Oh, dog, that's so funny that you say that. Robyn, don't let me forget about Bianca because I'm going off on a tangent. Rick sent me a post that it was like, someone sent it to me. It was like, yo, this is how all all Latina girls or Mexican girls specifically used to look in high school, right? And I'm like, and I put it on my story. I'm like, yo, at Paramount High, this look had me in a fucking chokehold, dog. The hair that looked wet and crunchy at the same time.
Them shits look crunchy.
With the thin eyebrows and the fucking crunchy wet hair. That was my shit, dog.
I didn't like crunchy hair because I loved running my fingers through hair. And it was just, I didn't like it.
You sound like George Costanza.
Well,
There's one episode where Jerry's trying to set him up and he's like, can I run my fingers through her hair?
this was bald.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, there was one girl that I dated that had crunchy hair. And that wasn't the reason why we didn't work out, right? But we didn't work out because she was very mean.
Oh.
Very like classic, like I would say toxic feminine chola.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think she grew up in a household where everything was so hyper traditional.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a traditional guy.
Oh,
You
my
know-
guy's a rebel.
Oh yeah, I'm. I like, girls who have their independence, who can do things on their own.
Yeah.
So if I did things on my own and I didn't invite her, it would be like, well, where are you going? Well, how come I can't come? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? We just started dating.
Yeah, weird.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she's used to like, oh, you need to go with me. We're a couple now. We're together type of shit. Also, very fucking violent. She would always start shit with people. And I wasn't a fighter, clearly. Stand-up comic, goofy ass dude.
Yeah.
And she's like going out at clubs, always, this bitch is fucking looking at me. I'm like, no, she's not.
Oh, God.
She's not fucking looking at you.
Those
What
are
are you
the
talking
worst
about?
kind.
And when I look back at it now, 100% sure it wasn't her type, right? I wasn't her type.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that you're funny and you're goofy. And she saw me at a stand-up show and then, I was flirting or whatever. And I do feel when I look back at it now, she only dated me because I feel like she came off of like a really weird breakup and she wanted to do something different. Like I definitely wasn't her type.
She's like, I'm so sick of dating hot guys. I just need something. I just need to switch it up. My exes are all buff and hot and not
they
funny.
weren't. Her fucking ex-boyfriend was a gigantic fat Mexican dude. All right? He was fucking fat as shit. And by the way, he was also a mechanic. All right?
Oh.
Which, not a bad job, but I just
Just said it in a sassy way.
I just said it really sassy.
And by the way, he was a really nice guy.
Yeah. And by the way, he's an investment banker. No, he's just really big old fat Mexican dude. And so she went from a big old fat Mexican dude to a chubby Asian guy. She definitely had a thing for bigger dudes though.
Hey, look. Chubby chasers, as they say.
Hey, chubby chasers, you guys really do deserve a Nobel Peace Prize. You guys take one for the team.
Well, Bianca Garcia worked at Champs. And one day I was sweeping at Foot Locker, and Champs would come and bring their money because Foot Locker was like the head of all the stores. She would bring the money, and one day I was like, hey, Bianca. I was sweeping. I was like, you want to go with me to prom? She was like, oh my God, really? And she didn't have crispy, crunchy hair. She has just like straight, long hair. She's like, oh my God. I already told Caesar I would go with him. I was like, whack, whatever. Fine, cool, right? So she went with Caesar, who ran against me for prom. As we all know, I won Prom King. And then so afterwards, after I won the next week, like Bianca, she's like, hey, can we talk? She sat down next to me. We're like holding hands. She's like, I couldn't say this before, but I really wanted to go with you. Caesar asked me first. I should have went with you. And I was like, yeah. Ha.
I was a king, and you wish you were my queen.
And yeah, and you went with just a fucking peasant.
Wow, she held your hand.
Yeah.
How sweet is that, dude?
It was so sweet.
Your life is so different, dude, than mine. It just was never like that, dude.
You ain't never held hands?
No, I did, but it wasn't. No girl just walked up and like held my hand. Was like, I wish I went to prom with you. Ain't nobody said that shit to me, dog. Tell you, man. If I showed you pictures of myself back in the day, Jesus Christ, bro.
Ooh, show me.
I don't have any right now, but I'll look it up and then I'll send it to you.
All right.
Me, not so cute. Me, not so well dressed.
Oh.
Just these thick old glasses. Just a goofy guy. That's all that it was. Sometimes, dude, people just. I like watching people glow up. Like when I see them after a while and I go, whoa, dude, you look amazing. Not that they probably didn't look good before, but they got this little different thing to them. But the ones that go downhill, it's some interesting shit, dude. I'm like, dude, you were the shit. What happened? And then you talk to them and you're not asking what happened to them, but they don't say much about their life.
Yeah.
They kind of peaked in high school and they were expecting this time in their life to continue on without having to work for it.
Yeah.
It's like, dog, you got to put in that work, man.
Isn't it interesting? Like the people that peak in high school, it's interesting to talk to them now.
Well, they also talk a lot about high school, and I'm like, dog, high school's been so long ago. You don't have anything new?
Yeah, I know. It's all they talk about.
Yeah.
And I kind of I always thought that shit was just on TV, like the people that peaked in high school and like they're constantly dwelling on it, you know? But I've definitely ran into people who like every time you hang out with them, it's like, remember? It's like, yeah, okay, I love reminiscing, but like if that's all, is that really the highlight of your life, dog? Like we were 16. You know what I'm saying?
And sometimes they remember things that I don't remember at all. I'm like, you must have continually talked about this throughout the years since I've been gone for you to still remember this. Because it's obscure shit. I'm like, I don't remember that.
4 touchdowns in one game, dog.
We'll be right back. I almost sneezed. We'll be right back after this. I'll tell you this though. If I had a time machine and then they said that I had to go back to when I was in high school, I wouldn't do it.
Well, I mean, obviously from what you've been telling me.
I wouldn't do it. I like my life right now. I think my life, there is no...
Oh, you mean like to go and do it differently? What if you could go back with the knowledge you had now and the style and the confidence you had now?
I'll tell you this though, I definitely probably wouldn't be on YouTube. I think I probably would just invest into something and have been rich as shit. And then I probably would have just done stand-up all the way.
Oh, I mean, well, for sure, if we could go back now and give our younger selves advice, it'd be like, yo, get on that early Bitcoin.
Yeah. Get on that early Bitcoin.
Yeah.
It's still early now if you guys want to get into Bitcoin. Get on Bitcoin. I would definitely make the financial decisions. But the hard part is like when you create content, you create it in the moment. You can't go back and recreate those same videos the way that it was done back in the day.
Yeah.
You would, unless I could have a thumb drive and I just get to take all the videos and I just rewrite everything down and then redo those videos and say it exactly the way that I did.
Well, that's the thing, right? I feel like, you know, I'm a firm believer in, like, there's no such thing as accidents. Everything happens for a reason. And, you know, like, even like the bad shit, like you learn from the negative shit, right? Because I think all of our stuff, all of our content, stories we've told, jokes we've made, it comes from, you know, like funny shit, funny fails.
All the life experiences.
Things that have happened to us that it's like, yo, we learned from it and now we have funny stories and, you know, people either can relate or they can learn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I need those mistakes because then I don't have stories. Yeah. I don't have like a sense of humor or a different perspective. All the people that I talk to, all this other shit led up to now where we could have these conversations on these podcasts. If you took all those embarrassing moments out, I pretty much don't have anything.
We just be talking about food only.
Yeah. And this is supposed to be a food podcast. But it would be like the celebrity kids who always try to be bigger than they actually are, you know, smarter than they actually are, because they can't share in these stories.
Yeah.
So they figure out a way to be oppressed or figure out a way to be sad. It's like, dog, if your life is good, it's just good.
Can we talk about the socioeconomical, have you seen that Jaden Smith clip?
No.
Let me play it for you, dog.
Dude, I already got the ick. I literally just got the ick.
It's so funny. I'll play it for you on the mic. Oh my God, this is so good. I love that you haven't seen this. Yes! Okay, it's literally one of the first things that pops up when you look up Jaden Smith.
Is this recent?
No, it's like years ago. He was still like young-ish. Okay. Jaden Smith on being mature. Listen.
I go around sometimes and I hang out with other people that are my age and they're just kind of scared. I'm just like, oh my God, like, can we talk about like the political and economic state of the world right now? I go around sometimes and I hang out with other people that are my age and they're just
Literally what you said.
Shut the fuck up. You are so fucking annoying.
And he's like young in this clip, dog. He's like,
He sounded like it was him when he was like 13.
this is like young Jaden Smith, high school Jaden Smith.
Nobody likes you. You have absolutely no friends. And third of all, as an adult, I don't want to talk about that.
No.
What the fuck are you talking about? You are just like your mom, dude. Just toxic as fuck. He sounds like the girl in high school who's like, I'm mature for my age, and that's why older men like me.
Ew.
No, older men like you because they're preying on you, little girl. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, when I was going to Cal State Long Beach freshman year, there was a girl I knew, Rachel. She was so pretty, Filipino girl. And she was like, she used to tell me, you know, because she was just a pretty young girl, like, you know, she'd be in Vegas at all the clubs and casinos. She's like, no, like, guys are always buying me drinks, and I'm allowed in they don't card me just because, like, and she would just be like, casinos and clubs would not give a fuck if she was legally supposed to be there or not, just because she was cute.
Pretty privileged, dude. That little fucking rich dweeb, dude, is so obnoxious. That is so fucking obnoxious. I hope he goes back and looks at that video and goes, why the fuck did I say that?
I really hope he does. I'm sure he does.
Yeah, because that's weird,
We've
dude.
all, okay, look, let's be fair. We've all had that stage in our young adult high school life where we thought we were way more mature than what we were. You know what I'm saying?
I was in my own world. I was a child, dude. Like, I was behind. So for me,
Behind him what?
just like maturity. I was always that guy. So, you know, when people were just like trying to be all cool and shit, I'm like, when are we gonna watch some Dragon Ball? You know? I loved being like immature and young.
Yeah.
And then when that's why sometimes now when I feel like I'm doing these grown up ass shit, I'm like, man, fuck this shit, dog.
I know.
It just irritates me, man. I'm like, I miss the shit where I just wake up and I didn't have anything.
Dog, I had a meeting with my tax people, and first of all, it's so difficult because, of course, ADHD, right? I have to do the same trick that I did with my other ADHD meeting where I put the mouse on their face and then I just look at that because otherwise I zone out.
Yeah.
And I wait for them to say something like, okay, here's a problem, and then I like snap out of it.
Yeah.
But if you're just telling me what I spent last year, I don't need it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I'm there, I'm like watching, and then they'll be like, all right, well, Tim, you know, just to follow up, they'll send an email. Can you send this and this and this and that, you know, so we can help do your taxes or whatever. And then I see it and I get overwhelmed and I don't look at the email for like 2 more weeks until they're like, hey, Tim, reminder. I'm like, oh, God, okay, I have to do this. But
You know what I do?
What?
I've had my same tax forever. Also a business partner of mine. I go, hey, here's the access to my shit. You could get all the information you need.
Damn, you let Joe do all that?
Yeah, fucking right. I'm the fucking hooker pussy eater. You fucking nuts. So for me, it's just like, here you go. You know, so he can see all my credit card statements and see everything. And so it's already pre-organized out. So I'm pretty much done. And then if I need to ask something specific, I just ask something specific.
My tax people, I feel like they were trained. I think they used to be trained in some type of protocol where they would be like, hey, so before you guys get into the meeting, you know, make sure you stir up some like small talk or something. Ask how they've been, like how's the YouTube stuff going. I think to make it seem like, hey, we're not just here to talk numbers, you know what I'm saying? But I hate that shit. I'm like, and after like the third time of them doing that, of me just being like, yeah, no, it's great, finally, right? Like eventually, like I got on one meeting, and mine's just like 3-4 different people on the Zoom. You know, it's like the numbers guy and then the guy that talks about like, you know, whatever the fuck. I don't know what they do.
Yeah.
So, but then I got on one meeting. This was like last year. I was like, as soon as it started, I'm like, hey guys, I don't need any small talk. Okay, let's just get into it. And they're like, no. I was like, yeah, no. I don't need to no small talk. Let's just do it. And one guy, this Indian dude, he was like, thank you.
Yeah.
He was like, yes.
So that's how I am too, right? Because we have a very short attention span. So whenever we had these meetings, there was a person who was in a meeting who was running it, and they did this thing where I got really upset because they started and they go, hey, so before we start this meeting, can we do a breathing exercise?
Ew.
And then I turned off my video monitor because I was heated. You know what I mean? Because I'm just here to talk numbers.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I messaged like the other people. I was like, don't ever do that shit again. I was like, number one, I am not here. I'm not an employee.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't give me your fucking group
Yeah,
exercises.
do that shit with your church.
We don't need a team build in this.
Yeah, exactly. Tell us what's happening with the company. I don't need to hear this. You know what I mean? And that shit got on my nerves. I'm like, this is a 30-minute meeting. Let's get to it.
Bro, like honestly, like, and here's the thing. I enjoy small talk. Like, I'm not one of these people that's like hate small talk. I like when I'm chilling with people and we talk about what you been up to, what you working on, how's this and that. I don't mind, right? But not when we are business. You know what I'm saying? Not when I'm about to deal with this annoying ass meeting about you telling me about my spending and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, bro, let's just get into it, dog.
It's like, Tim, you bought 76 hats in the last week. Do you need that many fucking hats?
You know what? I would prefer that. Don't fucking ask me about my YouTube views, like what videos I'm working. Like, we don't need to have that conversation.
Hey, so where was Thai Smile located? Shut the fuck up.
Please.
I like all of you guys. You guys are good people. Just tell me the numbers. And if you guys want to talk about shit, let's go meet up and have dinner sometime.
Yeah, I would definitely prefer that. Dog, that's what's crazy, right? I would much rather these random tax people be like, let's get food and chop it up than like try and force small talk on Zoom. Ugh.
Yeah. It's like, come on. I know you guys don't want to do this.
No, thank you, bro.
Yeah. They don't want to do it either. It's like, hey, I know you don't want to.
Exactly, man.
It's like, well, we've been doing this for a long time. You guys don't need to do this. I'm pretty sure you guys are tired of talking to people like us. Just
yeah, especially they're probably so used because my tax people do taxes for a lot of like social media people, influencer people. So maybe they feel like, you know, these fucking kids, they need to be like, you know, buttered into this shit, you know? But I'm like, I ain't got time for this shit, man. I got 2 kids.
Yeah.
You know, like my wife is out there, like, you know, she wants to watch Judge Judy. I need to, you know, get out there and
You
help.
and your lady and Judge Judy, dude. She loves Judge Judith Scheinland. All right? She loves her.
Hey, we all have our things. She loves Judge Judy. I watch Jeopardy every night. And everyone just has their things, dude.
You're Jeopardy. Oh, that's right. You like Jeopardy, huh?
Every night.
That's like the oldest thing that you do.
Pretty much.
Yep. And you're like, well, Mesopotamia. I'm like, how do you know that? How? That doesn't even fucking make sense. Why do you know this? Why do you know these things?
Why do you know these things? I know a lot of just trivial information.
Now you're talking about just being a kid again. I just remember back in the day, I used to just wake up and I'm just like, Tid, what am I going to do today? And now when I wake up, I go, okay, I got to hit this morning walk. I got to make sure that I keep my health right, take this vitamins and shit, come back, make sure that I'm still trying to keep myself creative and exciting. And I saw this thing from Gary Vee today that actually hit me right in my heart, dog. Gary Vee was like, you guys have been doing this for a long time. You guys are always worried about what you're going to post. Is it getting views? Is it getting like? Why don't you just cut that shit out? Why don't you just do shit that you enjoy, and then figure the rest out? I'm like, damn, Gary Vee, that shit got me a little bit.
God, we got bills to pay, man.
There's that too, you idiot.
I was just telling Robyn that I'm really at a point now, especially with the children and the things I want to do, like passion shit, like the movie and the album, where I really have to start making a conscious effort to managing my time, and not only managing my time, but actually like forcing myself to find ways to like follow a schedule or something, because I can't live the way I used to live.
You know what's so funny? People are listening to this and be like, oh, you mean be a fucking regular adult? But that's really what it is.
Exactly.
We never did it.
I know. And that's what's stupid.
My mom told me this too. She goes, you are very blessed. And I was like, why do you say that? She goes, nobody lives a life like you have and then end up being successful.
Yeah.
I was like, you are all over the place. Like you do so many different things at once and most people don't find success in that. So you should thank God every day that there's a career where you get to be you.
And you know what? I do.
I know. I'm very grateful.
I literally do.
Yeah.
Whenever I feel like praying and talking to God, I'm always like, God, I'm so grateful for like just these blessings, being able to, and that's why I feel like, bro, like you and me and, those of us who feel like we have a relationship with God, who do shit like this, I feel like through all the dick jokes, through all the naughty words, yes, I feel like if I am here in this situation and I'm blessed to be able to do what I do and make a living off of it, then my mission has been blessed. I've been sent here from God to make jokes about my penis, to make you guys laugh, spread a little positivity into the world, because if I'm not here to use my gifts to make the world a better place, then what the fuck am I here for?
You're going to hell.
That's why I'm a Satanist.
This motherfucker just took something really weird and just went that way. It's like, I was anointed by God himself. Moses was not him until God made him Himothy.
I am Himothy, okay? Now look, dearly beloved.
Tim still hasn't gotten over fucking officiating weddings. He has to do another one. If you guys want to book Tim to officiate your wedding, he only costs $10,000.
Man.
And you have to fly him out in a hotel, put him up there, and it has to be a 3-star minimum.
What am I, fucking vagabond? 4-star, dog.
4-star minimum. He wants a case of Evian and only yellow jelly beans. That's it.
What am I, a basic bitch? Smart water, dog.
Okay, smart water. Okay, with the electrolytes in it and everything. And he wants green jelly beans only.
What am I, fucking Guy Fieri? I want all the jelly beans, dude.
He wants all the jelly beans separated into different bins, color-coded, with the flavors on it, so he knows what he wants, when he wants, at the time he wants to eat it.
What am I, fucking Steven Glansberg, dude?
Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is Steven Glansberg? Who is that?
First of all, let me just say, I really like jelly beans. I like biting each one and being like, ooh, what flavor I'm about to get. 2, Steven Glansberg, there's a scene in Superbad where where Michael Cera's character is leaving Jonah Hill's character at lunch. And then Jonah Hill's like, what, I gotta eat lunch alone like I'm fucking Steven Glansberg?
Oh, that's
and then they rack focus to Steven Glansberg alone eating.
That's so wrong. Well, guys, that wraps up this episode of Dudes Behind the Foods. If you're listening out there and you only want to listen to a podcast full of positivity and stupidity and funness, because you know a lot of these podcasts be just whining and complaining, such as my podcast, Genius Brain, give us a listen, share it with all your friends, and let them also have a good mood too. Dudes Behind the Foods, let's go.
Yeah, big moods over here, guys. The Big Mood Podcast over here. Thank y'all for watching. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
And I'm Davey Zell. See y'all next time.
Yo, it's the dudes behind the food. Dudes.